Sure. So my name is Jase Doane, and I'm the regional developer for Patrice & Associates for the New England region. So the training at Patrice & Associates has been phenomenal. When I went through my validation process and I talked to a lot of people within the Patrice & Associates family, they all talked about how good the training was. And I'm actually 1 week removed from 2 weeks training at corporate, and I have to say that everything that I heard about how good the training was is certainly true. It's been actually phenomenal. On day 2 of our training, we actually were doing the job and working actual jobs and talking to actual candidates to place in those jobs. And so it's really a hands-on model that's going to be able to make us successful much faster. So what do I think will be the keys to success with Patrice & Associates? You have to follow the model. Patrice started this business 27 years ago in the basement of her home, and she's proven this model to be successful over the course of time. And so to be successful, you go through the training and you have to follow the model. So the goals of my Patrice & Associates business is we're actually in the process now, 4 weeks into the process of starting our own office. So my goal is to hire in 4 recruiters in the New England region in Connecticut. And as we grow the business, I'll be looking to develop clients locally and providing opportunities for our new employees in a small business so that they can grow. So I started looking at franchise opportunities probably 3 to 4 months ago. And I looked at a lot of different opportunities. And Patrice & Associates was introduced to me early in the process. And I didn't know anything about hospitality. I didn't know anything about recruiting. That's not my background. But as I went through the process and I began to talk to various people at Patrice & Associates headquarters, I started looking at the business model. I had the opportunity to speak to other franchisees. I had the opportunity to speak to other regional developers. All of the feedback that I was receiving was fantastic, and so that piqued my interest from a business perspective. And every step of the way, as I went through the process, it was clear to me that Patrice had something special going on with her franchise. And so as we got further along in the process, it's been a whirlwind over the past 5 weeks or so. I signed my agreement about 5 weeks ago. I had a week back home in Connecticut. I started looking for some office space. I started looking to, I placed some ads to begin to find recruiters so that I could develop my own office. And then I was in Maryland for training for 2 weeks. And that training was phenomenal. It was hands-on training. On day 2, we were actually doing the job. We were making recruiting calls for candidates for real live jobs. So very quickly, we had on-the-job training, and the 2-week training was phenomenal to prepare me and my wife, who's also my business partner, with no experience in hospitality or recruiting, to learn the business very quickly. Then we had a week back home to try and continue the process of finding recruiters to staff our new office. And now the week later, I'm back here in Maryland for additional training in the convention.